So this is Max Steel from an obscure toy line from the 80s called Robo Force that I reviewed in one of my early TikTok posts on Misfit Toys. I've always had a soft spot for this particular toy line. So a while back I pre-ordered something I saw that was going to be paying homage to this, and was pleasantly surprised to see it arrive on my doorstep today. So original Max Steel and new and improved for adult collector Max Steel. And apparently he's a very important toy. So let's open this guy up and I'll give you my first impressions. I don't know anything about this toy company. I don't think I've ever had anything made by them before. And just to validate my my New Year's resolution, this was a guy I pre-ordered and paid for like 6 months ago, so he doesn't count against me as far as my spending in 2023. Thank you. And also on the back of the box, there's a little bio and some nice artwork. He is a heavy guy. Comes with a lot of really nicely detailed and painted accessories. From the production stills on the website, I didn't know how statue-like this guy was going to be as opposed to articulated action figure, but he's pretty posable. Do a waist. And I love that he's got suction cups on his feet in the tradition of the original toy line. And they actually work beautifully. He's actually a real pain in the ass to stand if you're not using the suction cups. But that small critique aside, he's a beautiful figure, shows a really nice evolution of the original character while paying the original guy a lot of respect. Max Steel lives. See, this is what happens. A couple videos ago, I reviewed the Nacelle, I guess that's the name of the company, their new Max Steel figure. So I have Robo Force on the brain, so I go searching online and find something that I convince myself I need. This is the Command Patroller for the Robo Force line, and this was their kind of flagship vehicle. Somebody was selling it for a very, very good price, even though I think I am missing a couple little pieces, but they were selling it for cheap along with three figures. So I got myself a blazer. Arms do work, and this was the one that actually squirted water. We have Hundred. I wanted to say Hunger, but this is the big baddie, I think, of the line. His arms work too, and he's got hidden guns underneath there. And I already have one, but why not have another Max Steel? I think somebody else said this, but I do have to agree that the Command Patroller looks like a giant moon rover. And looks very much like something that could be from the G.I. Joe line. So it's kind of ironic that I do my reviews on top of the USS flag, because it feels like this belongs here. The cockpit is just one big hole in the middle. I'm assuming this is to scoop up enemies. And the front of it sits on two big wheels that rotate 360 degrees. On either side you have these rotating doors. Come on, rotate. There you go. So you can transport another robot on either side of the Command Patroller. On the top you have this giant rotating gun, but there's something spring-loaded inside, so there must be some gimmick or mechanism that I'm not aware of that I'm gonna have to look up. And around back, this door flips down and you get this crane that pops out and swings side to side. And boring but very spacious inside. So that is the latest addition to my Robo Force collection. Thanks to this guy and me being a sucker for all things 80s. Just a quick look at some additional Robo Force stuff I got in the mail today. I continue to have a soft spot for this toy line, for a few reasons, I think. One reason is that the robot designs are so dated and so 80s and kind of charming. And by the standards of the time, they did do something kind of distinct and different with the gimmicks, the suction cups. And lastly, I think I'll admit that part of it is also just sympathy for a toy line that had a nice scope with the animated series, and it just failed. So I'm kind of rooting for the underdog by continuing to collect. And that brings me to the two vehicles I got in the mail today that are not in the best of condition, but I got them for so cheap that I couldn't pass it up. This is the Robo Cruiser and the Dread Crawler. One good guy vehicle, one bad guy vehicle, both really, really simple. They each have a couple of rotating guns. The good guy's vehicle has got this capture claw in the back, and the Dread Crawler's in the front here. They both roll, and both have a really, really novel, interesting propulsion mechanism. They each come with a little pump that was to be housed in there. I don't have them, of course. And using it, you would pump up a balloon inside each of these transparent domes. When the balloon is inflated, it would trigger a switch because there's an electronic mechanism. So the switch would propel the vehicle forward until the balloon ran out of air. Weird, right? So they're not in the best of conditions, but again, I had to pick them up because of the price. But more importantly, I am getting close to completing the line. So, of course, I have to set everything up I have for the line so I can take it all in together. Still got some work to do, though.